what a midlife crisis looks like. My midlife crisis. This is the third take I'm doing on this because something keeps happening with the voice in the video. I don't know. First thing that I want to say right up at the beginning is don't forget to click subscribe, because once I hit the road, I'm going to be vlogging every day and posting videos every day. Even if it's boring stuff, it's going up every day. Oh, by the way, it's going to be unedited, so be warned. But it's not going to be able to go on Facebook because I'm not going to have access to whatever it is that I need to have access to in order for it to get onto Facebook. So it's only going to be going up on YouTube. So if you want to follow along as I'm traveling, the only way to do it is going to be right through YouTube. So to make it easy, I'm going to drop a link on my Facebook that you can click on, goes to the channel, and you can click subscribe so that you'll be able to follow it. They're probably not going to be long videos. Like I said, they're going to be unedited. They might only be like 5 minutes to 7 minutes or something like that. Not long. Unless there's something super exciting going on, then it'll be longer. Or if there's stuff, super boring stuff, just going to be like, yeah, still driving, and that's it. So if you want to follow along the week-long trip from New York to Florida, you're going to have to do it through YouTube. So there's things I'm not going to have access to on the way, so make sure you click subscribe if you don't want to miss out. So now we'll do the updates. All right, the bank card. I can't even believe this. First I thought it was expired, and I called there and it wasn't expired. It was put on hold. We thought we had it all straightened out, and found out a couple days later, no, that it wasn't working. It still wasn't working, and I ended up having to call again. I don't know if it was like 2 or 3 times that I called the bank services, but they said the one phone call that I made, what ended up happening is that actually ended up having an actual cancellation, and that the final thing was done and that there was no way to reactivate it. I'm like, look, I can't get from where I'm at to where my bank card is going to be in 5 days from now. It's not even there now. Unless I can throw a battery in my car. I can't get a battery in my car without having access to my funds now. I don't know how many supervisors up we went through, but in the end, they were like, we can do this, but it can take a day or 2 in order to get it turned back on again. And it did take that long. Now, I told you that the guy in town here was going to have a buddy of his come over here and want diagnostics on my car. Well, as it turns out, the only diagnostic the guy was able to do was the battery. And he said, oh, yes, you do need a new battery. Okay, now remember I was telling you other things that I had to do with my cars. I had to make it legal, right? I said I had to get an inspection and I had to get the registration. Well, that's because there wasn't a current registration inspection on my car, although I've been driving it. The inspection was up over 1.5 years ago, and I don't even know about the registration. Well, when the guy came over to check out my car, the old man from town, he noticed that on my stickers when those were overdue. He said something to one of the girls downstairs in the store. So I go walking into the store to grab my coffee, and all the way from the back, she's yelling, "Really, Diana?" And I'm like, what? She said, 2 years? What are you talking about? I had no idea what she's talking about. 2 years you've been driving an illegal car? I said, has it been that long? I thought it was 6 months. And everybody's like, you haven't even been pulled over? The color of the sticker for my inspection has been outdated for over 1 year. They're like, have you not driven by an officer at all in 1.5 years? Must be not. I don't know. So I'm going to leave this, so I'll get done with the coffee, and I'm going to leave this town. I'm going to go down, I'm going to make the car legal. I had already talked to somebody about the inspection. When I called the DMV, they said, no, they will not give me a 10-day because I've had the plates all along. And I told them the whole situation, but no, they won't give me a 10-day just to get me out of state. All right, whatever. So I leave here to go make the car all legal, and don't you know, about 10 to 15 minutes before I get to where I'm going, about 10 to 15 minutes before I figured my car was going to be legal, didn't I get pulled over? Yes, 2 tickets later. This, of course, holds me there about 15 minutes to get these tickets. I get to the DMV, it's like 5 minutes after 4. DMV closes at 4:30. Now, remember I told you I've got a special title. So when I get there, she's like, oh, you got this strange title. And she goes, you have to be here before 4 o'clock. They're already closed. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was 5 minutes too late to get my damn registration that day. Really? All right, well, I'm going to have to find a ride to get me down to get the registration the following day, because that would be Friday. If I didn't get down Friday, I'd have to wait till Monday. I already got put far behind because of the battery and the snow and the SWAT team and everything else. I was like put back like, what, 2 weeks? Who does this happen to? Like, you can't make this shit up. So, Friday I wake up and it's fine. It's in the morning, and then I ended up falling back asleep. I didn't wake up, and it was like after 1 or 2 o'clock, something like that. I'm like, son of a bitch. I gotta get down to DMV. So I go down to the store to get my coffee, and I said when I walked in there, I don't suppose anybody can give me a ride to the DMV and get me there before 4 o'clock. Is that possible? It's like really last second, and I really wasn't expecting that it could happen, but it did. I got there at 3:45, got the registration with no hitch. What do you think they gave me with that registration? The 10-day I was told I wouldn't get. I said, you're giving me a 10-day? I was told I couldn't get a 10-day. She goes, well, yeah, because you're leaving the state. Are you fucking kidding me? So I'm looking at the 10-day, I'm going, well, this expires the day before I leave. I still gotta get a stupid inspection. Whatever. So anyways, so I got the registration and the inspection, and I took pictures of those, and I texted them off to my friend in Florida who's been waiting for proof that I'm getting this stuff taken care of so that he'll get the ticket. So a couple hours later, I get a message back from him. What do you know? It's a picture of his flight confirmation. He got the ticket. Yay. Only he's not coming out on the 3rd. Instead, he's coming out on the 4th. So whatever. It's only a day. But at least he's coming in. So it's going to be fun driving down with a friend. I mean, I would have had a good time by myself. Maybe. But it's going to be more fun with a friend. Especially somebody you get along with so well. What other updates for this midlife crisis? Because this has been craziness. Do you know, before all this, like, my life was a calm pond. Nothing ever happened. I mean, I made it that way. Family. They're actually communicating with me. We still haven't spoke, like, verbally, like on the phones or whatever, but we're, like, pretty tech-heavy family. Oh, you know, I said that, you know, only dad is really exempt from getting a hold of me because, you know, because he's a dad and the kids are supposed to get a hold of the parents. He actually texted me. I was going to call him one day, and I got a text message from him that same day. And I was like, oh, how funny is that? And so we ended up texting back and forth, and it was really, really great conversation. He just wanted to make sure I was going to stop and see him. Well, yeah, I'm not going to roll out of here without seeing you. He asked me if I was planning on moving to Florida forever, and I said, well, I don't know about forever. I said, you know, I think maybe like a year or two, and at some point I'm going to shoot over to Africa. And he was like, Africa? Wow. But clearly, Dad, you're not watching my videos. Or at some point in the conversation, he was like, oh, and if you're going to go over to Africa, you're going to die. So come see me first. That's 3 people now that have told me if I go to Africa, I'm going to die. Do you think everybody that goes to Africa dies? It doesn't, no. I will be fine. Stop saying that to me. I know I've mentioned in one of the other videos, at least one of the other videos about my sleep. I'm thinking it was video 2, the lost video, that I actually did a little bit of explanation about my sleep. So I'll cover that really, really quick because there's been a change there. For many months, I was not being able to go to sleep at night. I wouldn't go to sleep till after the sun was up. And we're talking between like 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning that I would fall asleep. So I was sleeping till 2, 3, sometimes 4 in the afternoon. So I really wasn't getting much in the way of daylight hours. I have been sleeping better. I've been doing so much better. I figured once the stress was gone, once I had some relief, that maybe that might start the ball rolling back. Well, one thing is that the clocks changed, spring forward, so that was probably a little bit of a help there. Once I stopped fighting against this midlife crisis stuff and started rolling with it, I was gaining like just such a sense of relief. So yeah, so I'm sleeping like most nights I'm sleeping between like 2 and 4 in the morning, and most days I'm getting up between 9 and 10 in the morning. So super, yay, getting a lot more daytime hours, feeling a little better, and I know that's healthier. So I'm hoping that that continues to roll a little bit earlier, because it would be nice to like go to bed at midnight and wake up at 6. That would be fantastic. Now, as far as the feelings go, like, I do get some anxiety knots in my stomach. Once in a while, it wasn't as much as it was at first, but once in a while I do. I feel like I'm doing something wrong, like I'm going to get into super trouble. Like, I don't know, I'm going to go to freaking prison, or I'm going to lose my home, which I don't have anymore. Anyway, and there's been a couple of times that I got like this anxiety kind of stuff about the idea of going so far away from home for so long. And I settled myself right down about that rather quickly, so that's good. I do get sad moments, like very, very, very sad moments, because I'm, you know, gonna miss my people, all of my friends and all of my family. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna meet some wonderful people while I'm down there, because I just attract wonderful people, and that's super, but I am gonna miss the wonderful people here. And then sometimes I'm getting some feelings of excitement, like a whole new journey, and what kind of a life am I going to discover down there? Because I know it's not going to be the same as here. If they ain't got mountains, it's going to be a different kind of life. So sometimes I get a little excited about that, like a whole new life. And the fact that everything is available to me now, everything's opened up. I can be anything I want to be. I can go anywhere I want to go. I can do anything I want to do. I'm suddenly just free in a way that I've never been free before. And so I get a little bit excited about that there isn't anything I can't have, or that I can't do, or that I can't be. The whole world is at my feet. And so that's exciting. That's, you know, and then I'm going to be 50 years old and the whole world is at my feet right now. I think it's just amazing because, you know, 2 years ago, I didn't think that was a possibility. And sometimes I just get plain tired. I mean, look around me and go, I don't know if I can do this. And think about, you know, like the legal stuff, like with a car, like, I don't know if I can do this. And honestly, I think the universe threw me some of these challenges that it's thrown me over the last couple of weeks to keep me going because, you know, like that was a serious distraction and I had to laugh about it or, you know, or let it really rock my life. I don't know. So I think the universe did that just as a way just to keep me motivated and keep my tires going. So this midlife crisis is, it can really have you like on kind of a roller coaster. Not like your hormonal, emotional roller coaster, and most women know what that is. But it's different. I'm beginning to feel like I am really like leading the way. Like I'm clearing the pathway for more to come. But that's not what's really going on here. Millions of people have gone before me. But I feel like this because I haven't been able to find many blogs or vlogs or journals, you know, online that I could find and follow and read and connect with. So that said, I'm going to say if you have any experience in midlife crisis, put something in the comments below. Share some of your experiences, your thoughts, your questions. That would be so very nice. And let me and other people know that we're not alone in this midlife crisis. So that is my midlife crisis update on my midlife crisis journey. So click like, share, subscribe if you want to follow me along on this midlife crisis journey and see if I survive.